Welcome to the CONQU3R show. I'm your host Tevn here with my lovely co-host, Cliche.
Hey.
We're gonna be talking about something serious, y'all. Especially with my producer in the building.
Hey.
Tiffany Real on the ones and twos, y'all.
Hey.
We are going to be talking about today, ladies and gentlemen, pro-life versus pro-choice. So I want to set the table with that question. Tiffany, are you pro-life or pro-choice?
It depends on what day it is.
Oh my God. Okay. You're going to have to elaborate that later. Depending on, what if it's Sunday?
Right.
you pro-life on Sunday, ain't you?
Yeah, on Sunday. Hallelujah, in the name of Jesus.
Cliche, what about you? Are you pro-life or pro-choice?
I'm pro-choice.
I am pro-choice as well. Because it's something about the government telling you what to do with your body. And my thing is, I take offense to that. And abortion don't have nothing to do with me, per se. So we're going to get into that today. I feel like with this whole Roe versus Wade thing, I know people have been hearing about that. It's been trending for like the last few weeks, last like month or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a leak that came out, y'all, that said they was going to override Roe versus Wade. So that means it was going to kind of like ban, like unlegalize abortions.
Right.
So you can't have abortions anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Now my thing is, this affects black women and brown women. All women, honestly. But particularly ours. And my thing is, if y'all really trying to use this tactic as population control, what are you trying to do adding more people? No, go ahead.
It's not, okay, so, yes, in a way it's about population control, but you gotta think about it. Children are a resource. People don't think about that. Children are an economic resource. You can, your country can't survive in the next 20, 30 years if people aren't there to replace it. That's the thing. So it's not just black women, brown women, it's just women, period. That's why they don't really be focused on men having contraceptives, because they don't care.
Right.
Sorry.
Not her yawning, y'all. It must have been a long day.
I slept real good. I slept so good.
I bet you did. Now, my whole thing is, like, I understand what you said about the resources, but knowing this capitalistic country, abortions bring in big money. So you're talking about, like, a six-figure million, like, I looked it up somewhere. I forgot the source, y'all. My apologies. But it's like around 530 million a year just from abortions, because you got to pay that out of pocket if you don't have the insurance. So my whole thing is, like, if you capitalize off that, why you're trying to, it's not like in this country's culture to stop money or stop something that brings in money for this country. So Tiffany, I want to hear your thoughts on that.
Well, abortion came from Margaret Sanger,
Right,
who created Planned Parenthood, and it was to control the black babies being born.
right.
It wasn't about white women, and it is about population control today because the white numbers are dwindling, and they want to get away from abortion because they want these white women to start having babies because their numbers are going down. But the thing is, while they were getting careers, having college, maybe having one or waiting until they got old in their age, got senior citizen, got little gray hairs on them, we were being fruitful and multiplied.
Right.
So it really isn't too much about us, and they're trying to put us, black and brown people, into it because if we don't support it, you know what I'm saying, it's not going to fly. So they always use black people when they need something, but it's not about us, it's about them.
So going back to the resources you said on Cliche, as kids being resources, and I never looked into that. I mean, I never really saw it like that. But you make a good point. We got 1 minute left. Okay, perfect. So do you think this affects the future of this country economically? As far as like kids being brought into the world and all that other kind of stuff. Do you think it has an effect on like the future of the economic ways of this country?
It's not even abortion, it's people want to have babies.
Right.
We just can't afford to.
That's my whole heart.
I know.
I can't afford my kids now.
I'm like, people want to have kids. We can't afford to have kids. And rent's going up. Like, it's ridiculous. You can't even survive on your own. How you going to raise a kid?
Exactly. People without kids are suffering nowadays.
Right. Because
of inflation everywhere from gas. And we got a break, y'all. We'll be back. This is CONQU3R. Shout out to the gas prices. Okay, welcome back to the CONQU3R show. I'm your host, Tevn, here with my lovely co-host, Cliche, and Tiffany Real on the ones and twos and threes, and sometimes fours. And we're talking about pro-life versus pro-choice right now. So, I want to set this on the table too, y'all, for y'all, because I love dialogue. This show is about having healthy dialogue about unhealthy topics. And I feel like this is an unhealthy topic. So how do we conquer that? Shout out to my little social media manager, Kai over there. You need to say conquer more. Like, we really had a meeting about that today. It's about conquering. You need to conquer. You need to say that word. So how do we conquer these decisions, y'all? We're going to be talking about that too, man, because I got something for both of y'all. Because you know it's always the women's fault. So, but back to the task at hand. How do y'all feel about the government stepping in and having a say-so about what to do with your body, especially with both of y'all being lovely ladies? And honestly, Cliche, let me ask you first. I want to ask something personal. Because it's a personal show. Have you ever been through an abortion before?
No.
Okay. So how do y'all feel about that? The government saying,
The government can keep their hands off my hot pocket.
There we go.
That's what they can do.
Please.
They always want to be in somebody's business.
That's just American way, though. That's just American way, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to America, y'all. The satire and the sarcasm, y'all. It's live. It's live. Now, I don't like it at all because, you know, babies are conceived in different ways. So if a woman gets raped and the woman wants to get rid of said baby because of how it was conceived, how dare you, America, tell that lady, no, I'm sorry, you got to keep this baby be, I'm sorry. So you got to turn your little black self or white self or Hispanic self around and go back in your car and plan on being a parent. That's a slap in the face. Millions of faces.
Yeah, it is. But if they allow it,
right?
You know, then anybody will go in. If that's the only way they can get an abortion, everybody will be talking about they getting raped. So how will they control it? Because if you get raped, you don't have to go to the police. You don't have to do a rape kit. You don't have to do anything. So how do they regulate that?
Right.
That's a good question, but I can't answer that because I'm not the government. But that is a good point. But my whole thing is like, you know, like a lot of us don't be ready to be a parent, and sometimes accidents do happen.
What is an accident, sir?
Accident as in
you fell in the coop.
Yeah, like slipped and fell.
She was just gliding, dancing, and did a split, and just landed, you know.
Right, tripped and fell.
Yeah.
And also just like condoms breaking too, like that happens.
Cause them magnums, them super magnums that all y'all black men need. Yeah.
That's not a little personal right there, man. Did you reminisce about something when you said that?
Finger condom, please.
But things do happen, and my whole thing is like, even with like, you know, I feel like some women do trap and want to have babies on purpose.
Yes.
But then realize that the guy's like, this guy's not that, and kind of want to pull out, no pun intended, and be like abort mission, you know. But it's too late for that now. You got this baby, it's already past due, as far as like where you can't even get that procedure anymore, and now you got to become a single mom. So I think that this affects a lot of the sisters on that case, because I feel like the sisters are the one who gets pregnant the most out of all races. And I read a report, shout out to CDC, y'all, that black women get abortions 3 times the rate compared to white women. So sisters are the one that's really at the clinics a lot compared to anybody else. So my whole thing about that is like, if you're really trying to, you know, stop or have a set population for us, you're kind of not helping the problem by doing this.
Yeah. I'm older than you guys, and I'm gonna just say this: when I was growing up, I had friends, and you know, they were told at young ages, if you have a baby, you can get an apartment, you can get stamps, you can get Section 8, you can do this. So when they were 14, 15, 16, they were having babies because they knew they could get an apartment. So, you know, I think the law should be changed because a lot of times abortion is used as a quick fix. And that's not cool.
Let me find out, ladies, especially black ladies. I love y'all, but I'm gonna call y'all out too. Let me find out some of y'all using baby as a hustle.
Yeah, people.
Of course.
Did you see that lady? She has a little baby, and she gets temporary tattoos on the little boy, and he's taking pictures and stuff, and dressed up, looking like a little thug, got the jewelry and stuff like that.
No.
People, mamas using babies as hustles these days.
She gotta be a young parent doing that, like a millennial parent.
And she's takes them to the tattoo shop every week and stuff, and has a little temporary tats on them and stuff, and you know, mamas is using these babies as hustles. So
I'm done. How much time we got left to?
30 seconds.
30 seconds? I feel like if you're going to be pregnant, or if you're trying to be pregnant, I feel like you need to get some type of testing done. As far as like psychological testing. Like really test your mind and your heart and your emotions to be, are you ready for fit parent?
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
No.
You saying women?
Yes.
I'm gonna keep
Just
my
women?
mouth shut.
Oh no, us too.
Okay.
But here's the thing: we live in a time where mental illness is normal. So therefore, how do you determine somebody's?
So where would you go get checked out to see if you have a mental illness?
That's a good question.
Therapist?
Don't do that. Look at touche.
Cliche. With a sprinkle of Tiffany.
It would a sprinkle of Tiffany real. Yes.
Okay, we'll be back. This is CONQU3R. Try both of y'all try. Okay, welcome back to the CONQU3R show with Tevn Hero and my lovely co-host Cliche and my lovely producer on the 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s, Tiffany Real.
Yay.
So let's get right into. I want to get right into it. We ain't gonna set this up. I'm gonna pass it to you straight to your face. Who fault is it more compared to men and women that women get pregnant?
Women.
Yes, Cliche.
Equal. Because what we're not going to do is place it on one person. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that because that's always a way for a man to escape his responsibility, and we need to stop that. Y'all need to be able to control yourselves too. We control ourselves. What?
No. Go ahead. Y'all control yourselves, and what again?
If we control ourselves, y'all should be able to control yourselves. If we got to take accountability, so do y'all.
Right, I understand that. But let me tell you why.
If she wasn't forced, then it's both parties' fault. If it was not forced on her, it's both parties' fault. If she did not lie, it's both parties' fault.
All right, now let me provide some respectfully pushback on that. Now, it's women's fault because women set the rules and the law for their body, especially when it comes to sex. Okay? If you tell me that, hey, the only way you getting up in here is through protection, we will gladly go out every night and get protection. But if you do not lay down the law and say, hey, anything go is whatever, it's planned or whatever, then it's funny because as a man I can say this, I feel like this is validated because I am a dude. That's the only time we think with emotion and not logic when it comes to sex. We just all emotion. We all on go. You know, going in unprotected. You know, me personally, I'll ask you like, hey, is it cool if I, make a party in there? If not, cool. See, I'm courteous enough to ask that, y'all.
Can you shoot up the club?
Most dudes ain't even asking that. But it's y'all fault because if y'all say no, then that's what it's gonna be. And y'all know most, especially of today's dudes, Cliche, especially with our generation dudes, most of them lustful anyways. So they just want that. So if you tell them, okay, since you want that, this is how it's gonna be, then that's how it's gonna be. So this is y'all fault, Cliche. It is y'all fault.
But I do blame the woman because, again, I'm older than you guys. Back in the day, if a guy asked the woman, it was, are you on the pill?
Right.
If a woman said yes, he's hitting it raw. He don't, that's all he needed.
Right. He can't buy no disease, no nothing.
He never asked for the pack with the pills. He didn't see, no receipts or nothing.
Right. What brand is it?
You know what I'm saying? I'm smashing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And she could be lying.
Right.
And then she ends up pregnant. But the thing is, you are in control of your body. The only way not to get pregnant is to abstain. So therefore, once you take that leap, it's on you.
It is.
If you mess with an ain't-ish Negro, he gonna be an ain't-ish Negro once she gets pregnant. You know what I'm saying? And then the thing is, it's always your body.
Right.
Nobody ever says it's your baby. It's always your body, your decision.
Yes.
When it's your baby, your decision.
Right.
And I think that, you don't want the government involved when it comes to abortion, but you want the government involved when you want the food stamps, the WIC, the Section 8.
That's when y'all wanted him to be daddy.
And that's not right.
That is not right. Y'all want part-time. Y'all want the government to be part-time daddies, y'all. Let me find out. Now, how much time we got left here?
2 minutes.
Oh, perfect. Now, I want to ask this, too. Can guys be pro-choice? So, let me set the table for that. Let me set an example for that. So, say me and Cliché, we got busy, right? And we both consciously know that we're not ready for a baby, right? And things happen, and you end up pregnant, and you decide to keep it. Now, I told you before things happen that I'm not ready to be a father. Am I wrong for not supporting you through this pregnancy and not wanting to be in the child's life?
No. What I'm gonna tell you though is once you leave, don't come back. Once you leave, stay out that door until he's 18, because I ain't got time for that in and out. Wait until he's an adult.
That's fair.
Because that is toxic. That is. And that's what too many brothers do. For real. Too many brothers do that.
Right.
And it's not healthy.
Right. Now, I feel like people can change. Now, what if you come back and say, hey, you just had the baby, I've been through some things, and I think that God told me, like, look, I need to be a father right now. I'm ready to fully commit. Would you let me back in? Or would you give me a trial run? Like
it has to be a trial run. I wouldn't let you fully back in. Like, I have to see how much you have changed. Like, it ain't gonna be like a few weeks after I had the baby. No.
Right.
No, it might be 6 months to a year.
Right. Okay.
You need some time, sir.
That part wholeheartedly. All right, y'all. This is CONQU3R. We'll be back.
And welcome back to CONQU3R Radio.
Oh, beautiful.
Do we do that over?
No, you good. Yeah, you good.
So, anyway, my name is Cliché, and I'm with Tevn, and we're going to talk about now is asexuality.
Asexuality, y'all. And Kai had to school me on game because I did say asexual. That's how I thought it was pronounced. I was really about to come on this mic tonight, y'all, and say asexual.
I told you. And you know what's messed up? What's even more messed up?
What?
I said it to you on the phone.
Oh my God, yeah, you did. We've had this conversation before, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all.
Like I said, guys, don't listen. Anyway, so I had told Tevn about me being asexual a few weeks ago when we first started getting to know each other.
Right.
He's like, "What's that?"
I did say that.
I'm like, "Well, I have very little sexual attraction, and that's all that means."
Where does that come from, though? Like, are you born like that?
Somebody asked me that the other day. I'm like, yes, I'm normal.
Yeah.
I'm just like you.
Right.
Like, that's all it is. It's just either you have a low sex drive, it's naturally low, there's nothing wrong with you, or you have a low sexual attraction. Like,
you got both.
I have my sex drive is okay. The last time I felt something, anyway.
Oh, reminiscent of it. You saw the little shake you did?
But that's the definition of asexual.
Right.
No, I'm not damaged. I'm not traumatized.
Angle, I was about to go there with it.
I'm not broken.
Does it stem from like a bad sexual experience or something?
No. There are some people who are sex positive, and there are some people who are sex negative.
All these labels, y'all, it's confusing me. Why America be confusing me like that?
No, that's just some people are. I'm okay with sex. I'm okay with having sex with my partner.
Right.
That's for my partner.
But just not too much.
No, I mean, I ain't trying to do it 2 times a day.
2 times a day. That was my reaction to the real laughing.
I ain't trying
This
to go 2
heifer,
times a
excuse
day
my
every
friend.
day.
This heifer talking about once a week is good. Once a week.
I know. You know the average couple has sex 1 to 2 times a week. The average couple, 1 to 2 times a week.
I don't know, cliche man. That just
that's research. You can Google it.
no. I understand that, but it's just like me, because I ain't gonna lie. I'm an affectionate person, and I do have a big appetite when it comes to that. But mine is only like 3-4 times a week. You know, and sometimes it could be in the same day. Not 3-4 days out the week, but 3-4 times out the week. Tim, you said you look, you had something to say.
Well, you know, with my ex-person, you know, we would do it like 3-4 times a day, like,
oh my goodness,
just naturally. You just have that strong attraction for each other, you know, and then
that thing is energetic, y'all.
yeah, it's like the Energizer Bunny.
Y'all see your face? Oh, this is so foreign to her. Energy. You remember last week's energy?
She said 3 times a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Look at it, it's just so foreign to her asexual self. Hold on, let me ask you this. So when did you realize you was asexual?
I knew I was different. I knew I was off. I knew I was off.
Right.
At 18.
At 18, okay. Now, have you already had sex before 18? Or this is like right after your first time or something?
Not long after.
Long after? Okay.
Not long after.
2 minutes? Okay, cool. So how is it like when you telling men this? Us being sexual beings, you know.
It's a hard pill to swallow because she's beautiful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like
she has a beautiful shape.
It's almost
you know
like you doing a disservice.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Why? It's like, what are you? Then why? Why are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Right. So what was like? You got any responses you remember from a guy you told that to? Like, what is that?
I remember I told my ex. You know what? I'll just start when I first told my ex.
Right.
And he was shocked. I'm like, you know
what?
Because because I'm a 420, you know, friendly person.
Right.
It makes you feel good.
Right.
And I guess I was just in a better space at the time to where I felt good personally. And, you know, I was smoking a lot. I drink too. So, of course, you get a little zesty. Like,
not zesty, y'all.
I know what to say. But yeah, that. And then I loved him. I wanted to make sure he was good.
Right.
I cared about him.
Right.
Of course, I'm going to satisfy him.
Right. So, how many times did you do that a week with him? Was it 1 time a week?
Oh, no.
Of course.
No, I'm not gonna do that to him. I wouldn't do that to him.
Yeah.
At least 3.
3. Oh, okay. So she is
at least,
sometimes. Right.
At least 2 to 3. I mean, it did kind of wean off after a while. Like,
right. Okay, this is enough.
It was like after, like, right. I think.
Hold on, cliche. Hold that thought. This is CONQU3R, y'all. We'll be back.
All right. Welcome back to CONQU3R Radio. My name is Cliche, and I am with Tevn and Miss Tiffany. And we had some off-air dialogue. And Miss Tiffany, what did you ask me again?
I said, could you be in a relationship with someone and not have sex at all?
For years? Or forever?
That's
no.
illegal.
Like, I would hope not.
If you're able, you
gotta.
I'm
like, I'm not like that.
You gotta kick that leg to the left at least once a month or something. Like, come on.
That's what I'm saying. I told her she is not from Earth, y'all. She gotta be from Mars or Neptune or something.
Of course, I could still have sex with my partner.
Right.
Some days, like it could be weeks where I just do not feel nothing.
Right. My goodness. Weeks, y'all.
That's not a bad thing.
Why not?
Sometimes you just really got life going on.
Yeah. Life be life and sometimes don't.
Man.
I understand that. But I think I just got a different response to it because when life be life and sometimes I want that kind of release. The kind of like even
because that's a guy thing.
It's not a guy thing.
Now when I'm single, then I don't think about it.
Right.
So
And
I can
am
go.
single right now.
And I've been celibate. I've been celibate for
Right.
years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't think about it. But if I'm with somebody
Yeah.
and I know he gonna blow that back out, oh, you gonna give me that stuff.
Not so. Oh, excuse me.
You gonna give it to me because.
Not celibate for years though. Let's go back to that.
Mhm.
How many years we talking? Like 3, 4?
So when I first got divorced, I was celibate for like 2.5 years.
Right.
Because I feel like you need a detox when you leave a relationship. Because you don't want to take old baggage into a new situation.
Right.
But over the years, shoot, I've gone 2, 3 years without doing it, and I don't masturbate or anything. I just
Self-control, y'all. Shout out to self-control.
right, because I ain't no hoe.
Right.
So you know, when the person comes in my life and
Right.
you know I want to give it to him, he gonna get it. But until then, I can go without.
Right.
So am I bootleg asexual?
Oh my God. Not the B word.
Now,
yeah.
celibacy, abstinence, and asexual are all different things.
Okay.
Right. So you're not
Those are choices.
Okay.
So I just
Yeah, those are choices. Celibacy and abstinence, those are choices you're making. Me just not having a sex drive or just not it being in the mood is not my choice. You're choosing to control yourself.
Right.
Right.
Being asexual is like being hungry. Okay, imagine being hungry and you know you need to eat.
Right.
You go to the fridge, you open the fridge, there's a lot of food in there. Everything look good.
Right.
But you be like,
I don't feel like making this right now.
I don't want none of this.
Mm.
I don't feel like it.
I had that today.
And that's
So
what
I'm
it's like.
unhungry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm unhungry or something. Unhungry. That sounds like me though.
But that's what it's like.
Right.
And I get approached by men and women. So they
So let's talk about that. So what is it like when you tell a woman that?
I didn't. So okay, so here's the thing.
Right.
The first time a woman approached me, I was working as a waitress. I was like, she's pretty, but I'm good, man. And I had a boyfriend anyway, so I'm not. And I'm not even thinking about that.
Yeah.
Then another girl asked me like a few weeks ago.
No.
She asked me on IG, and I was just like,
In the DMs.
it was a Q&A I put up.
Right.
And I was just like, you know what? I'm asexual, so you do with that information what you will.
So you leave it, you know. Here's my card.
It's up in the air.
Right.
So that's that. But yeah.
So I know you had something to talk about as far as like relationships and like open relationships.
Yes.
How much time we got left?
1 minute.
Okay, cool. Let's get into that a little bit. So, what is your take on relationships versus like open relationships? What do you prefer? Monogamy or poly life or whatever?
Preferably monogamy, but I'm open to poly.
Now, why are you open to it?
Only because I'm not selfish. If I know I ain't giving you none, I ain't gonna say
that is fair.
I ain't gonna. I don't need you growling at me because I'm
not growling.
But do you find, because there's been guys that I've met that I knew I wasn't giving none to.
Right.
And I would tell them, you know, I know you have needs, so feel free to go beat your meat or whatever you gotta do.
Right.
And they look at me like I'm crazy. Like, you will let me go and blah, 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 but I like you and blah, blah. Yeah, but I'd rather a guy just go and do than to just be trying to act like he's not.
You know how effed up we are as men? Because we be so in total shock when y'all offer that opportunity. Go be open. But at the same time, but you turn around and we try to do it anyway. Well, most of us try to do it anyway. But it's a shock when y'all give us that open door. Now it's like we don't know how to walk through it. I don't understand that.
Is this a trick question?
Yeah, right.
Because most
you
guys
set
are
me up,
selfish.
ain't you? You're right.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Yeah, we are selfish. So, me, I prefer monogamy because I'm an energy person, so dealing with too much energy at one time is bad for me. Especially when both partners are not going to be pouring back into me. Because most women don't know how to do that anyway. And we're going to drop the mic on that. This is CONQU3R.
Yeah, Tiffany.
You caught me off guard with that.
Welcome back to CONQU3R Radio. This is Cliche. And Tevn and Miss Tiffany. So we gotta get into some truths, not truths. So a common misconception people believe is that I am using my sexuality to avoid intimacy.
Right.
No. I love to cuddle.
Right.
I love to cook. I love to cuddle.
Right.
I love to cook together, spend time with you.
Right. And all that
kiss,
is forms of intimacy.
Holding hands. All that.
Right.
All that.
Okay.
But, you know, back in the day, they would call that a D-tease. Because I was accused of that many times, being a tease.
Women love foreplay.
Right. Exactly. But you kissing, you cuddling, you know, he wants to poke the little puppy. You know what I'm saying?
Not a little puppy.
So, my high pocket.
That's how I ended up losing my virginity.
Right.
Because of the kissing and patting and stuff like that. And he was like, it's blue ball season.
Right. So, cliche, because I'm glad you brought that up to me. So, cliche, I want to ask you, when you started your sex career,
what?
Did you?
What? Being a prostitute?
Once you started getting sexual with other men.
I almost had me cut.
With other men.
I promise you, I'm telling me pushing it.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
Just that Virgo, man. I swear to God. Oh.
But let me ask this, though. Was your first couple of sexual experiences bad that kind of led you in that direction? Or did you think you really naturally just like, sex just ain't it for me?
No, they weren't bad. Like, okay, they weren't bad.
But it
because
really...
when you're young, you don't know what good and bad is. That's the difference. So hold on, you don't know what good and bad is. So I'm not gonna say they were bad.
Right.
They were.
Right.
But they were supposed to be at the age that I lost it.
Right. So what about like after that?
Then I was starting to realize I'm like.
Once you got more experience with your body.
I like.
Now, Tiffany, ask her what you asked her off air about the pleasing.
So you said multiple times that you would please. So you're definitely a pleaser. You're not selfish. You know, you pull one for the team. You know what I'm saying? So, but you never said whether you enjoy it yourself.
I mean, sometimes.
So what does it take for you to enjoy it? Because we had talks off the air, and you told me, not to put your business out there, but to put your business out there, that you like to be sometimes under the influence to get yourself going.
Oh, yeah, that's normal, though.
For who? An asexual?
No, just for some people to use it to get it going.
Yeah.
That's normal. You can read it. I even looked it up articles.
See, I'm spiritual, y'all.
Cause
y'all make something to me bad.
And honestly, when I say this, when I stopped drinking, that's when I realized I really did not like it.
Oh my goodness. So.
And I will say that every first time is like the very first time. For me. So I avoid it as long as I can because I get nervous and scared and stuff.
So are you? Well, you don't drink or smoke, right?
I have a cocktail sometimes. But
so would you drink to get yourself going as well? Depending on the man.
I did it one time. I had some Hennessy and I was like, I can't believe I'm about to do this. I can't believe I'm about to do it. And then once he walked out the room and he was naked, I took the gulp. I'm about to do this.
I'm done, man. I'm done. Yeah. So back to you, cliche. So when did you realize that you needed some type of influence to get yourself in that mood? And was it a consistent thing as far as like from guy to guy, or like did different dudes come in your life and like you don't even need that, bro, I got you, and kind of turned you on that way just from like his vibe or his energy or whatever?
I just got that question. This is our thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I knew it was a problem when I think I was 23, and my boyfriend at the time, God rest his soul, he was like, he got mad at me because he was trying to, I'm like, wait, let me get ready to get a buzz on something. Yeah. And he got mad and he was like, the only time you want to have sex with me is when you messed up. And that hurt his feelings. Well, it kind of hurt my feelings too because I'm like, I didn't even think about it. Yeah. I didn't think about it. I never thought twice about it.
You got to take something or put something in your body to get in the mood to connect with me in that level. I'll take some offense to it too.
I mean, I wanted to. He was my boyfriend. Right. I wanted to.
Especially if I'm your man. Yeah.
I wanted to please him.
Right.
I find him attractive. He was very attractive. Right. Very, very handsome. Right. Nice looking guy. Right. And that's another thing. You could find somebody, you know they are sexually attractive, but you cannot still get it going.
Right.
Right. So she needed the battery pack.
Right.
Which was the cocktail.
It seemed like we should need therapy, y'all, on this.
And then, what was the other half of that question? You asked me,
we're going to get back to that, y'all.
Yeah.
When we come back. This is CONQU3R. With your sexual self.
And welcome back to CONQU3R Radio. This is Cliche and my co-host, Tevn.
Oh my goodness, you about to call me K-word, y'all.
Oh my life. And we are at CONQU3R Show. So, I was about to answer the other half of that question Tevn asked me.
Right. So, has a guy come into your life, and just based on his energy alone, did his energy kind of stimulate you in a way to get you going without the influence of those herbs and that drink?
Straight sober.
Straight sober.
Yeah.
So what was it about him? Was he alpha? Was that it?
It ain't got nothing to do about those stupid alpha.
Hey,
I hate that term. I hate that term. I swear to God, I do. That's like the zodiac sign for guys.
I'm done.
Basically.
So
anyway,
what was it about him?
It was, I guess, because I'm so used to being able to read people when I first meet them.
Right.
And I could not read him for nothing in the world. Like,
and that was sexy, wasn't it?
I didn't even think about him being sexy at the time. I just thought, I can't read this man.
Right.
I wasn't thinking about the sexual attraction at the time.
Right.
I'm just thinking about, why can't I figure this man out from our little interactions, and I can do this with everybody else.
Right.
And we didn't. First of all, we didn't even have sex. Hold on, before I start talking too much.
Your life.
About 2 years after I met him. Yeah, it's my life. Exactly, it's my life.
Yeah, you can't sue yourself.
That ain't the problem.
Right.
Yeah, it was like about 2-3 years after I met him.
Right.
That we first had sex.
Right.
And
so y'all waited 2 years.
No. It wasn't even like that. It's just I had something at the time. I was in a serious relationship at the time.
Okay.
And that wasn't, I didn't even know this man. This was just an acquaintance that I passed by.
Right.
And I'll say what's up type
right.
shit.
Right.
It wasn't no friend. It wasn't it was somebody I did business with type stuff.
Look, about to do it again.
Tell myself.
She from West Side, y'all. She can't help it, man. Cursing is in her vocabulary sometimes.
Boy, so that was probably the air of mystery that
right.
I can't read you. I can't figure you out.
And all that turned you on, didn't it? Yes. It's okay.
That was a turn on. It was a little bit of a turn on. A little bit. After a while, like you be like, okay, I'm over this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get over that real quick too.
Yeah. Now me, like, sex to me is energy based, so
now that I think about it, I wouldn't even want him touching me.
Look at this. That's an asexual coming out. Asexual coming out, yo.
That was just like,
that is a lifestyle for real.
The thought of him touching me now, like, kind of turns my stomach.
So let me ask you this: have you ever met a dude who is asexual?
No.
Do y'all think that even exists?
They do. They do. You need to go research it.
Right.
Go on YouTube. They got plenty of asexual videos.
Right.
Plenty of them.
Tiffany, have you met one before?
Yes.
Like in person or like online or something like that?
In person.
Oh, really? How was that like? How did he tell you that, or like you kind of?
No. Right. After having this conversation, I know that the person is asexual. Yeah.
I'm done, man. Was he like an older guy or like younger than you or like what?
He was younger.
Like how younger? Like.
He was younger. I don't like to put my cougar business out in the street,
Okay, I understand. Yeah. Now for me, it's energy based, so I don't think I can never see myself being asexual because what sex means to me, I feel like that's like the rawest connection between two humans anyway.
It is.
And with me loving to connect, you know, with said woman, I love it.
Right.
You know, especially if our spirits are compatible and it's really mixing good.
Right.
Because, you know, STDs mean sexual transmitted diseases, but also can mean spiritual transmitted diseases as well.
That's a movie.
What?
Sexually, it's called It Follows, STD.
Right.
Called Sexually Transmitted Demon. But that's just to let y'all know.
Mm.
It's a pretty good movie. It's in Detroit. It's filmed in Detroit. But anyway, keep going.
Oh, well, yeah. Like, is this like a new one?
Like a few years ago.
2 years ago? But yeah. So, like, with me personally, I wouldn't know if my spirit or my energy was meant to connect with that woman after how I feel after that. Right? If I feel guilty or feel a little down, I feel like, dang, that shouldn't happen. You know, that means to me that our spirit shouldn't have mixed or connected on that level.
But why is it with guys that the spirit always talks to your ass afterwards?
Because we...
Like, were you not home before when the spirit knocked on your door when you were not home?
No, because it's more like you get a feel for what they give you, right? Like, we could connect on a good level, like emotionally, mentally, intellectually. And then the curiosity kind of sparks about like, let's see how it is when we, you know, it's not like, yeah, I can tell I don't need to mess with that. Like off rip, like sexually off rip like that. So then when we, you know, do that activity, then look at that face. Don't do that. I was like, I had camera on her to see that face.
How much time we got left to?
No time, because I hear Tank saying, when we.
Okay, y'all, we'll be back. This is CONQU3R. I'm done, bro. Welcome back to the CONQU3R show. I am Tevn here with my lovely co-host. Cliche has been doing the thing, bringing in segments. Trying to give her more responsibility, y'all. You know, it's time to let the hand go. She did her little baby steps. She's off the Similac, y'all. She off the radio Similac.
Yay!
Tiffany been mentoring her, y'all. She's been doing a good job, y'all. So, Cliche, we're gonna direct this to you, man. So, what is dating like for you now? Like, are you interested in dating anybody? Do you have anyone on the radar? You're gonna drop no names. But is dating the thing for you now, or you kind of like, you know, I'm just kind of just focusing on myself and my goals right now?
I'm just gonna focus on me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Less pressure?
That's just best.
Less stress? Yeah.
I mean, they know God really gonna be down with that anyway. Because remember when I told you, I told you about the open relationships, and you was like, most guys aren't gonna want to do that.
Right.
One, because most guys don't want to share, and two,
right.
it looks
and
good, and they don't have sex.
Right. Now I told her, I told her, and I want to see if you
when he said that, I was like, you an act.
I want to see you agree with this part though. I told her because yes, she's fine, and they're not gonna want to share that, right? Now I feel like men would be in an open relationship if the woman is not as physically attractive. Do you believe that?
Yes.
Do you think it matters?
Yeah.
As far as me want another guy.
I would say yes.
Right.
But
right.
if you got some good looking guy digging her guts out,
right.
you'd be like, oh, mom, you gotta go with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let me look at her differently. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if nobody was paying her any attention and only the trolls were coming,
right.
he wouldn't care. But if somebody that he thought looked better than him, because guys will never admit that a guy looks better than him. Yeah, but if he felt threatened by somebody that she was boning, yeah.
Yeah, because guys, and Timmy, if you don't mind, let us know when we have 2 minutes.
Okay.
Guys, of course, we're ego driven, right? So we don't even like to think that another dude have access to you on the same level as we do. Mm-hmm. That's where we're not really open to open-minded relationships. That's why when you see like the poly thing, they always advertise the dude and 2 women. Now, of course, there's some out there that are a woman and 2 men. Now, that's a different type of energy for me because I can't be like looking at a woman and trying to treat her special when it's another dude all up in that just like I am. Mm-hmm. You know, and honestly, not even on just a sexual level, just like, you know, like I'm a internal guy. So I feel like I'm always catering to people's, especially women's like emotions, you know, their mind, like where you at spiritually today? Like I'm that dude. Like how is your internal feeling today? I'm that kind of guy. And I can't see myself sharing that same information with like another dude. You know what I mean? So that's why that open polygamy, whatever, is out for me. It's not for me. 2 minutes? Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all. 2 minutes, y'all. 2 minutes. It's been a great episode. I loved it. Talked about abortions. Black women, y'all need to do better about setting the table when it comes down to relations. We're going to keep it old school with that word, relations, y'all. It is not our fault y'all getting pregnant all the time. Now, with that being said, Cliche, we're going to start with you. What are you trying to conquer this week? Don't say nothing about your car.
Rest.
Okay, there we go. That's a little better, y'all. Say that one more time for the people in the back.
Just getting more rest.
Hey, man.
Some more sleep.
Hey, man, you do, because you be yawning 5 times when we talk. Like,
I'll
within
be
the first
busy.
2 minutes.
I'll be busy.
I feel you. Tiffany Real, what about you? What are you trying to conquer this week?
I'm still trying to conquer peace.
Peace.
Yes.
Peace be still. And Tiffany's like, please.
But I made some changes, so I'm getting closer to it.
Right. Now, let me dig in just a little bit. You know,
Is
just a
that
little
what
bit.
you say to all the girls?
Oh, my God. Yes, I do.
I know. You look like the type.
Oh, my God. Y'all, don't listen to that jive. So, is it
Ladies,
like...
when you call them in the morning, he, hello.
Oh, my God.
How are you? Are you okay? Yes.
Do not believe the hype, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Do not believe the hype. So is it like is it people based or like situational based as far as like your piece?
No, it's not people based. This is Tiffany based.
Oh, inner. Okay.
Yeah.
Me, I'm trying to conquer discipline and order, especially like with my work and also with the show. I got Kai over there, my social media manager. Well, our social media manager. She put me up on game of how to go about this social media life because I suck at it, y'all. I don't like social media. Cliche. Even I told you that I suck at social media.
I'm like Tevn.
What?
Like, come on now.
I know. I'm sorry.
I'm like, where the password to the IG page at?
Right. How much time we got left?
2 minutes.
Oh, 2 minutes.
I'll give you 2 more minutes.
Oh, okay, y'all. Okay. Now, listeners, send us an email with what are you trying to conquer in life right now at CONQU3R. That is CONQU3RU. Radio show at gmail.com. Leave us your name, where you're from, and what are you trying to conquer. And also mention if you want to remain anonymous. You know, we ain't trying to have people's business out there like that if y'all don't want to.
Yeah. And if you just have like some good topics, some good segments you would like to get our, opinion on, just send those in too.
Yeah, shout out Cliche. She's just coming up in the radio world, y'all.
My baby done grown up.
Okay. Anything y'all want to get off y'all chest before we ride up?
I just want to say, as your producer, that I am so proud of you guys.
Thank
I
you.
love your show.
Thank you.
People love your show.
Thank
EAJ 1023 in New York City.
Shout out to EAJ.
Every
Hey.
week, Eddie OJ calls me and says, "Oh, the numbers aren't great. We got somebody in Egypt. Look, we got somebody
Oh,
in
Egypt. Shout out to
okay.
Egypt.
So,
Motherland.
I just love you guys' energy. I love your topics. And it's something that, is ageless. So,
Yes.
I just want to say I'm proud of you guys. And I'm glad that I'm your producer.
Thank you. Definitely seeing the benefits of making this change, y'all.
Yes, big change.
Energy, business-wise, things are moving up. We got big plans for y'all, man. Y'all stay tuned. Continue to support us. I appreciate all of y'all. Cliche, I appreciate you. Kai, I appreciate you, man. Tiffany, I definitely appreciate you. You my road dog.
Mhm.
You like one of my best friends right now.
Oh, so sweet.
How much time we got left?
About 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay, be sure to follow us, y'all, on IG. That is CONQU_. Ain't gonna get it wrong this time, Cliche, before you slap me. CONQU_. That is CONQU3R_U. Follow us on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe. Like and share our videos. Leave a comment if you will. We got some dope content on there. That is CONQU as well. Follow us on Facebook at CONQU, and you can follow me personally, y'all, on IG. That is Tevn Hero, TEVNHEERO.
And you can follow me on IG at So Cliche. That's SOCLESHAE.
All right, we out, y'all. Peace and purple cool.